Right then, time to destroy 2 dog haters with 1 video. And today I'm going to be moving away from Little Miss Ban Them All, who may be opening her comments now, but is still continuing to censor comments left by people criticising her.
Everybody knows.
This is also the same lady, keep in mind, who keeps labelling my videos as attacking her, which is getting pretty old at this point because my videos do display valid arguments and evidence to back up my claims. But yeah, funny enough, these dog haters in question still haven't been able to debunk what I've said in my videos. But today, rather than focusing on this lady, I'm going to be focusing on 2 of her fangirls. Those fangirls in question being Brutal Honesty and Kitten, who is famous on my channel for being the lady who can't answer simple questions about her own beliefs and opinions. According to the dog-hating mother, these 2 ladies are one of the reasons why she opened her comment section again, because according to her, these ladies are smart individuals who can destroy our arguments. Really? Let's test that theory, shall we? Which today we shall be going through, and like I said at the start, destroying 2 dog haters with 1 video. Let's just test how intelligent these ladies really are. Starting off with honesty. Okay, first of all, you cannot claim that this lady is intelligent in any shape or form when she compares a dog sniffing you to being on the same level and the same violation as being raped. A dog sniffing your crotch is apparently sexual assault according to this lady, and according to this lady, it can be compared to being on the same level as being a victim of rape. Which is not only insulting to victims of rape, because this lady is pretty much saying that their trauma and what they went through is pretty much on the same level as an animal sniffing you, but it's incorrect altogether, and simple science will tell you the reason dogs do this. As weird as it sounds, it's a form of communication. Animals have different ways of communicating, and with dogs, due to their high sense of smell, sniffing another dog's anus pretty much provides the dog with information about the sex of the dog, what it's been eating, and even its emotional state. So what does this have to do with humans? The way it works with dogs is due to the scent glands on each side of the dog's rectums. With humans, they also tend to have many different scent glands as well in their genital area, which due to the high sense of smell dogs have, they can pick up on. This though, like with humping your leg, is something which can be abolished when it comes to dog sniffing humans. You can train and stop your dog from doing this, which brings me back onto the question which I asked Kitten before, why is this a good reason for a dog ownership ban? Not forgetting that dogs that do tend to sniff at certain areas only tend to do it towards people whose bodies express complex smells, which include being pregnant, just given birth, and poor hygiene. So maybe the dog-hating mother's experiences may have been caused not because of all dogs violating people, but I don't know. She stinks. So Brutal Honesty wants dogs to be banned because apparently a dog sniffing you is like a dog raping you, plus she's allergic to them. Which means that all dog owners must be ripped apart from their companions now, no matter how safe they are, because she's allergic to them. Mind you, I'm not surprised by this lady when she believes that the reason people dislike this video, where a nasty woman uses tragedy to promote her dog-hating ideologies, is not because, I don't know, the video sucked. Oh no, it's because we're dog nutters who don't care about when a dog rapes a child. But now we move on to the next topic, which both she and Kitten have brought up in the comment section. Dogs cannot love you. Let's address this argument, shall we? According to Brutal Honesty, dogs cannot love you and they have no capability of being able to love you. But being the intelligent individual she clearly is, she then contradicts her own belief by saying that dogs can love you, but only if you feed it. Kitten argues that dogs cannot love humans because, and I'm quoting her comment directly, studies have not shown that they can feel love. Their argument is that it's scientifically impossible for dogs to love you. But I can call bullshit with that because there is scientific evidence that dogs can love you. According to a 2015 study done in Japan, they found that when humans and dogs stare into each other's eyes, they each register a spike of something called oxytocin, which is a hormone that works as a neutral transmitter in the brain, which can be registered when people hug loved ones or gaze into each other's eyes. It seems to also be a unique adaptation with domesticated animals, due to how the same research was carried out on wolves and found that they don't release the same oxytocin as domesticated dogs in households. We have scientific evidence of dogs being able and having the capability to love humans. In 2016, another study found behavioural evidence of this claim, as it showed that dogs were able to recognise human emotions on our faces. But dog haters will then argue, after realising that their dogs don't love you argument has backfired, they will suddenly argue that a dog can love you, but only because you provide them with food. Yet, no shit, Sherlock. A dog is a living thing, it's not a Tamagotchi. This is the same logic you can use for any animal, including humans themselves. Because you can easily argue that, oh, your child only loves you because you put a roof over its head and you look after it. If you have a child and you starve, neglect and abuse your child, is your child going to love you as it grows up? Dogs can understand human emotions, and if you neglect and abuse your dog, it's not going to respect you or love you. That is the simple explanation, which I'm surprised these particular dog haters can't understand. There is scientific evidence of dogs loving humans, so this argument altogether is a fail. As one source explains, dogs rely on humans even more than their own kind for not only food and protection, but also affection. It's not a sign of fake love, it's basic common sense. And what do you call it? An example of being a nutter and attacking the dog-hating mother. But now we move on to Kitten, a fan of this dog-hating coward, who somehow is worse than brutal. So Kitten is famously known on my channel due to how she constantly refuses to answer simple questions about her own beliefs and opinions. Every time we ask her a question about what she believes and even simple questions about who she supports, she either completely fudges the issues, changes the subject, refuses to answer it, tries to get out of it by bringing up different questions for me to answer, which, keep in mind, I have answered. I asked her a simple question about how she wrote a comment saying she doesn't support animal abuse, yet I asked the question, if you don't support it, then why did you defend this guy, along with supporting this guy who has openly encouraged this behaviour on his Twitter page? Since then, she has never been able to answer this question. In fact, in one comment, she expected me to feel guilty for her and say sorry to her because she believed that I was wrong about the incident where the dog-hating mother allegedly kicked a dog. But the fact she wants me to say sorry to her because she has a different opinion on what happened is pathetic. These three are fully grown women and they are writing shit like this and acting like children. Which is annoying, especially when they will talk to you like you're the fucking child.
Just like any other cult, it operates by strict rules that its brainwashed members follow without question, such as the willingness to sacrifice innocence for the higher good of protecting the group.
What the fuck? Sacrifice? We disagree with you, we're not a fucking cult, love. Do you even know what a cult is? Because according to the definition, it seems you guys fit the bill perfectly. A cult is a system, mostly a religious system, devoted directly towards a particular figure or object. Which dog haters, it's not religious, but they do devote themselves to these two guys due to their beliefs about dogs. In this cult, they would lie, bully, attack, threaten and go after anyone who disagrees, with a mission to get their way no matter who is being harmed and how their agenda will only have a negative effect on society. People disagreeing with you is not an example of a cult.
But overall, attacks are not rare. They are close to 5 million a year in the US. That is not a number I'm okay with. I think Melissa meant that dog rape is rare, but dogs getting into people's personal space, jumping on them and trying to hunt them is not rare at all.
But that's not rape, is it? Dogs sniffing you and getting in your personal space is not rape, is it? How do they compare with each other, love? Why does she compare the two as being the same fucking violation? Also, yes, 4 to 5 million is the number of people who are bitten by dogs each year. Yet those numbers will tell you that is rare. The number is only 2% of the entire population of the US, and within that 2%, 81% of that 2% never require any medical attention. You just don't want to accept that this number is rare because of your own feelings. We understand that vicious dog attacks can affect and ruin someone's life, and can have serious consequences to the victims, which is why society has strict laws in place to stop these situations from occurring, and serious consequences when they do. People could face serious jail time and have their dogs put down because of this. They can be financially destroyed thanks to companies which are set up to get compensation and justice for the victims. So to say society don't care is actually incorrect.
Hey Reindeer, did you see that comment from Omega asking if he can put a bounty on her? And there are so many comments like this, so stop saying dog haters are the ones with threats, etc. Look at you guys!
Yeah, because Look at these comments. So threatening and violent, right? Also, this comment is entirely incorrect altogether and just proves to me that we have another dog hater who can't seem to understand the concept of trolling. The person who wrote the comment was trolling you because he knew that you would get pissed off by it. He wasn't threatening you, love. He was trolling you with, let's capture the dog-hating mother, not threaten to kill her.
What are you talking about? I don't support any abuse.
Nah, you just support people who encourage it and get a kick out of watching it. Like that's any better, right?
I have a challenge for you. I dare you to go to a place where people are supposed to have their dogs leashed, but they are running around loose. Shouldn't be hard to find. And approach some dog owners and tell them they should leash their dogs and film their responses and report back to us.
So you want me to go around harassing dog owners for your own pleasure? Yet funny enough, due to how I own a dog myself, I do go to dog parks, and guess what? All of them understand and respect leash laws and know when their dog needs to be on a leash. Because the truth is, the people that I hang around with when it comes to going to the dog park, none of them are what you make them out to be. How about you go to a dog park, you go up to these owners and tell them to leash their dog, and you film their responses? If you want to prove it, then how about you prove it? Because you're the ones that are trying to say that we threaten you constantly.
Well, in all seriousness, every single word that he says in his videos is true.
Yeah, because saying that dog owners are mentally ill even when there is no proven evidence of this is definitely factual, right? She even tried to defend this guy who kicked an innocent dog at a dog park. This is how desperate she will get, that she will go to the lengths of defending people who have committed acts of animal abuse. What I am looking at here are not intelligent individuals, but just carbon copies of the dog-hating mother, who have yet to actually try to debunk what we have said about dog attacks, rabies, dog behaviour, and so on. They can never bring up any good valid arguments against us. It's all the same kind of reaction. I don't like it, it's a violation, dogs are disgusting. They rely on their personal feelings as justifications. They just rely on any random cherry-picked articles that they can find to use as sympathy bait. This story in question, which according to Brutal Honesty is real, it's 12 years old. This story of a dog raping a child, it's 12 years old. It was back in 2007 for fuck's sake. They are using a 12-year-old story to justify their agenda that all dogs in modern society are going to do this. Which brings me on to my final question for this conclusion, and I'm sorry, but I want an answer for this. Even if that means me spamming the dog-hating mother's comment section. You claim to be doing this because you care about children. If that is the case, then why do you want to punish innocent kids by taking their companions away? Why do you want to ban millions of dogs from living in our society, dogs who have done nothing wrong and will never be one of these statistics? Why do you want to punish the innocent because of these cherry-picked cases and your own hatred? Because at the end of the day, this isn't what society needs. This has nothing to do with society benefits. This is what you guys want. You want to ban them to make you happy. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have your own opinions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and now fly.